Rebound. Thornton on the fly, but without the ball. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. Touched by the Jazz. The fans liking what they've seen of Marcus Camby, though. Thornton had a quick start. Camby doing a job coming off the bench in his first game as a Clipper.
And remember, he has not played. I mean, coach is going to have to watch his minutes, get him in there for spurts, get him out, let him rest. So it's going to be so tempting to leave him out there.
Ricky Davis. Thank you.
That was about the first Ricky Davis looking jump shot we've seen for 3 games.
He was 3 of his first 17 as a Clipper. This guy shot 68% against the Clippers in the game last year.
I'll tell you what, Utah has not looked sharp at all.
Camby saves it. Well, they're on the road.
2 for 11, their last 11 shots.
Entirely different team.
That's just a bad pass right there.
Travel. A rare turnover by Brevin Knight. Brevin didn't think so. Jerry Sloan didn't think so. The referees did. The Clippers lead by 3.
I know my phone was and emails was going off the hook today. AI is a close friend of mine, and I know he's disappointed about the situation. His whole idea coming to Denver was to play with me and Melo, and once they got rid of me, he wasn't too happy about the situation. But he's a competitor. He's going to go to Detroit and have a terrific season, and hopefully his career can keep going on.
Well, there's a guy that knows something about these two guys. Allen Iverson going to Detroit. Chauncey Billups and Antonio McDyess going to Denver. Let's check in with Don McClain and see what Don has to think about this. Don?
You know what, Ralph, it's interesting that a blockbuster trade like this happened so early in the season. Usually these are around the trade deadline. Everybody thought that that's when Iverson might get traded. But interesting, looking at this trade, you guys, it seems like both sides got a really good deal here. Denver lacked a big point guard, a true lead guard that they needed. The Iverson-Carmelo Anthony thing really didn't work out. They lost in the first round of the playoffs 2 years in a row. And for Detroit, they're taking a gamble with Iverson on a team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But I think the biggest part to this, Mike Smith, isn't getting Iverson for this year. If it doesn't work out, they have the bonus of getting that $21 million off their salary cap at the end of the season.
That's a good point. And remember that Detroit has not been afraid to make a similar gamble in the past. They went for a Rasheed Wallace, who was kind of a reject at the time in the last year of his contract. It seemed to work out for him then.
That was an early season deal, too, as I recall.
Exactly right. So Joe Dumars, it's not the first time he has pulled off something similar.
Kirilenko comes up short, and Korver knifed in to get the rebound. But, boy, you don't expect to start off 2-0, and then you make a blockbuster trade. That's exactly what Detroit did. They only get to the Eastern Conference Finals every year. Kirilenko can't shoot, score, and get fouled by Ricky Davis.
I'll tell you what Jerry Sloan said about the trade. Jerry Sloan says, I don't like it at all. Makes Denver a whole lot better. And they're in our division. And he specifically has recalled times when Chauncey Billups has played very well against them. They have not fared well against Detroit. And he said, Chauncey's a tough matchup for us, and he always has been.
Coach Dunleavy, the Clippers, says he thinks that they'll buy out Antonio McDyess, and McDyess could wind up right back in Detroit.
That's probably true.
Davis brings it over to Camby. 10 on the shot clock. Ricky Hunt for 2. Doesn't get it. We're tied at 24.
Both teams shooting cold. Remember, the Clippers made their first 4. They're 7 of 23 since. Utah hovering around 32%.
Got his block, but a foul's going to be called. Camby, or is it Skinner? It's going to be on Skinner. Brian Skinner, who just checked in a moment ago, will pick up the foul. Chris Kaman's going to come in, and Marcus Camby will exit. Marcus gave him 8 solid minutes, 5 rebounds and 4 points. It's a nice hand from the crowd. For Kaman, who started well with 6 points and 3 boards, is back as Mehmet Okur puts him back into the lead. And there's Cat Mobley talking to Camby.
I think Kaman's game will come around as he and Camby play together. I sense his confidence will grow, having another big man on the floor, not having to carry the entire rebounding load and things of that nature. That's when his game is going to start to flourish.
2-point lead for the Utah Jazz. Taylor to Thomas. The double comes. Thomas with 3, with 2.